welcome back. So, Splatatouille. Did you get it? Splat, like splat, and ratatouille, which is a reference to the film Ratatouille, which is about a rat who is a French chef.
I think that's what it was.
I've never seen it, but I've seen the posters. Ratatouille, small mouse, rat, person. Anyway, whether or not you found the title funny, let's get into the details of this story. So, apparently for quite a long time, there has been a hole, indentation, I'd say, in the concrete on a street in Chicago. No one really paid much attention to this particular rat-shaped hole until fairly recently, when it kind of went viral on social media and lots of Chicagoans started visiting, and then people even around America became interested in it and were coming to take selfies, and somebody even apparently decided to get married by the rat hole, as it was dubbed. Then controversially, someone came along and filled in the rat hole, and yes, another set of journalists were there, and the concrete was still wet when they were there, and local passers-by had noticed this and immediately started digging it out. You know, we have to preserve our city's cultural attractions and history, and it ended up becoming a sort of funny little strange tourist attraction. So in the article, they also speculated that the reason Chicagoans like this so much, this rat hole, is because they have the image of their city as sort of tough and gritty and raw, and so this
ratty
hole, rodent-shaped, rodent-like, it fit their image. Maybe that's why they felt such a bond with this strange thing. So yeah, check it out on the internet. It does look just like a rat, sort of splatted on the pavement in a hole. Some people said maybe it wasn't a rat, it was a squirrel. But nobody really liked that. That didn't really get caught up. They wanted to stick with rat. So
Splat a squirrel doesn't sound very well.
Yeah, it doesn't make a funny title for an article. So if you're in Chicago, go check it out. Yes, the new, strange, unusual tourist attraction. It might be a little bit annoying for the people who live in that neighborhood, because it is just a residential neighborhood. You see on the clips, you know, it's quite a quiet residential neighborhood, and now they're getting crowded with outsiders, tourists, social media people snapping their shots. So that could get annoying, but also, who really cares? You know, I'm sure after a few months, the furore will have died down, and they'll go just back to normal.
Yeah, it'll get old someday.
Probably rather quickly. Anyway. So you probably know more about Chicago than I do, John. So what comes to mind when you think of Chicago?
Well, of course, it is the Windy City. Now, if I remember correctly, I looked this up when I was in college, and according to the couple websites I went to, very reputable source, it's not called Windy City because it's like more windy than most cities, but rather it was the birthplace of many politicians back in the day. And someone who spoke at length was called Windy.
Long-winded.
Yeah, exactly. Now, is that true or not? I'm not sure, but I like that way better than there just being wind in the city. Because if that's true, the true Windy City is my hometown, because it was intense. You could open your jacket and kind of fly away a little bit sometimes.
Get some good air.
Yeah, exactly. It was not, there was way more wind than Chicago, I've heard, especially with all those buildings everywhere. But yeah, Chicago's like that. They're famous for the deep dish pizza.
I have heard that.
Yeah. The above road subways, which doesn't make sense, but they're there.
Trams?
Kind of.
We call them trams in the UK, above road.
Yeah, but it's like above the road. They're like on a bridge above the road.
Monorail? No?
But it's not that technologically advanced. It's like a train that's propped up above the roads.
I'll stop trying to.
And finally, probably, I don't know if they're close enough for this, but if you live closer to the area where the water is, the big old lake there, you might get freezing rain and spray, resulting in really bad conditions sometimes where there's like this thick of layer of ice on everything around. Can't even open your car.
Oh, the icy city as well.
Yeah.
The icy coast.
Well, it's not an ocean. Can a lake be a coast?
Shore, banks.
Yeah, I think it's shore.
Shore, icy shore.
How big does a body of water have to be a coast? That'll be a next article.
All you geographers out there,
Yeah.
please let us know. So I'm slightly changing the next question because
I don't know
think
anything
the one
about
in
Chicago.
the book is really boring. But
Okay.
what is your relationship to rodents? I know they have a bad reputation, but in this article we can see Chicagoans quite liking the rodents. So what do you actually think about rats?
I think any animal with a bad image is actually an animal that was made to have a bad image by humans. They have no innately bad things that come from it. Obviously, well, in historical sort of idea, the Black Plague came from rodents, although I believe it was not. It was the fleas that traveled on many different styles of animals, including rodents, or rats, I should say. So there's probably some bad image there. They're like, it's a rat, I'm gonna die. However, rats are wonderful, fun creatures that look and cute and do cute things. They are also can be dangerous. They can bite you and claw you. They are wild animals. So just like a tiger might be super cute, you're not going to go up and pet one. Don't do that with rodents either, unless they are your pets.
Yes.
Even then they bite.
You
but
have
it's
to
your
be
fault.
careful, but you can hopefully build a relationship.
Exactly. No, I love them. I love animals. Every animal is either misunderstood or labeled wrongly from humans.
You're absolutely right. So, before you rush off to get married at the rat hole, take a second to dive down into our vocabulary hole, the pagoda hole of vocabulary. Anyway, enjoy the words, hope they're useful for you, and we'll see you in the next article. Bye.
Take ownership.
Take ownership.
Gritty.
Gritty.
In the know.
In the know.
Vandalize.
Vandalize.
Retribution.
Retribution.